that separated the top-tier professional teams, and it still separates them today. Being able to hit your smokes and flashes on point when you need them will separate you from a decent pro team to one of the best in the world.
Well, we're now on Inferno, which is the map choice by Conquest. Virtus Pro always bans this map. They don't like to play it at all. So if Conquest has any kind of a hope, any kind of a chance of forcing us into a third map, this is it. You see a lot of early aggression on Banana coming in from Virtus Pro with Snacks taking the position by Tree. Nobody sees him by the happy little Tree. And he comes around on the flank, and that's an unhappy little headshot and a 2K for Snacks, opening up the round.
Just absolutely blew up what Conquest was trying to do there on Banana, but still Stanislaw will find himself too. That's Taz and Pasha. Still another player in the site. That's Bialy. He gets one before he goes down, and Neo's right in the argument, but we still have a very low on HP. Daps, 1 HP. Any errant shot will take him down. He worked it into a one-on-one. All Snacks has to do is
oh my God!
And he can't do it. Daps will get it 1 HP, gets himself the 3K, and Conquest will take the pistol somehow away from Virtus Pro. That was their round.
Daps pistol 2 OP. That was absolutely nuts. You saw how low his health was.
1 HP.
Yeah.
One. Anything.
One
through
headshot.
The corner of a box, through the corner of a wall that's not spammable, he's dead.
Now that was Daps hiding inside initially too, wasn't it?
No, that was actually who was that hiding inside? I believe that was actually Snacks. No, Snacks was on, so it was Bialy that was hiding inside.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sneaky play. Great opening for Conquest. This is the second pistol round that they've been able to take on T side, no less. Definitely shown up to be a strong team on LAN at this point. They buy up. They're going to lose Shazam early on, taking Banana control, and they've yet to make any sort of a decision. Plenty of time, 1 minute left on the clock.
So again, we work ourselves into another map here where it's all on the shoulders of Conquest to be able to try and get the most rounds that they can here. I mean, trades going out. So far, they're in favor of Virtus Pro. Stanislaw, Daps, and Rush are left alive here. But they're going against Taz, Pasha, Neil, and Snacks. And really, again, I hate to say it, but it's all up to Conquest. They need to pick up big numbers here from the T side. And again, this is another one of these maps it's relatively CT side, and one of the most CT sided maps that we have left in the rotation besides Train. I mean, Train's the most, and Inferno's right there behind it. So again, another situation where you need to hit 5 to 6 rounds from your T side to really give yourself some hope here. And they're doing what they need to do to make it a reality here. Only Taz left alive will finally hit an errant 1D through the smoke onto a player from Conquest, but it is going to be a 1-on-2 with just Taz left alive trying to make this retake and defuse happen.
Yeah, you saw Pasha pushing his way up through the smoke towards Grill, and he's shut down. That leaves Taz all alone. Stanislaw just waits on him and then takes the quick headshot. That's 2-0 for Conquest. This is fantastic. In fact, I think this is the first time we've seen Conquest continue to carry any sort of momentum going forward after pistol rounds. They have to hang on to this, though. They can't get eco. They can't allow anything nasty to happen, and then take that first gun round. That early economic momentum, that's going to be huge, especially T side on Inferno. Virtus Pro setting up standard 2 and 3, and Conquest favoring a fast Banana take. Gets some control. Neo could come up really big here if he just peeks the corner. Does cost him his life.
They were ready for Neo to try and peek that. Snacks ends up going down. Also, B-bomb site completely open here if you're Conquest, and you have to take this map. I mean, it's a best-of-3 series. You have to win this map considering what Virtus Pro just did to you on Train. You have to win this to force it to a map 3. Otherwise, we're going to see quite a bit of 2-0s tonight. I mean, so far, we've already seen 2-0s with Mouse and Illuminati able to grab them, and Conquest trying to break that cycle, trying to make this either a 2-1 in their favor or a 2-1 for Virtus Pro. Either way, they want to force a third map, the first one we've seen so far at LAN, if it goes in that direction.
Well, you see Virtus Pro not getting super aggressive on the retake. I think they know that they're just going to go ahead and allow this to happen. There's no way to win the round, so they're setting up and spamming through smoke, trying to do anything they can to get exit kills, take the guns away, preferably get rid of those AK-47s, force these players to rebuy, keep the economy low. Stanislaw peeks out. It's going to cost him his life, but he was playing with the SMG. So honestly, they might have done them a slight favor. Whoop-de-doo, I lose an SMG. Now I get to rebuy to an AK-47 on the actual gun round. Big deal.
Yeah, the rebuy doesn't hurt that much considering they did get a bomb plant, so they get the money for that. Lots of frags went out in favor of Conquest. The players with rifles aren't really have to rebuy crazy. Nafly just sticking with that P90. Spending a lot of money into this round, but they do have a lot of utility in their favor. So let's see if the Virtus Plow can come out here in round 4 and turn the momentum back. Because again, like we talked about earlier, Sabo, this is a CT-sided map, so we should expect the teams to win the majority of the rounds from this CT side.
Yeah, you see early rushing going on with a smoke coming from Virtus Pro so they can take some banana control. They're not going to put a player all the way down banana, though. The push comes in fast from Conquest, wrapping around lane. And what is Pasha doing? Just holding down. They actually went through apps, not lane. They get mowed down instantly, misled. What happened?
That was just straight dirtiness right there from Virtus Pro. I mean, the pop flash out in middle, push through the smoke, end up taking down 2, lines them up. Players trying to work their way out of the apartments off the balcony just got absolutely stuffed by Virtus Pro. Good firm hold there came out from Virtus Pro. At that A bomb site, they shut down mid. They shut down the players trying to come out of the balcony. They did not allow Conquest to gain any traction there. This puts Conquest in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, they're bought out into this round with Daps only having a Rec 9 at this point. They know exactly where that CT is. Can they hit the shot? That's going to be Bialy finding one before he goes down, but Pasha playing from the jungle, or arch side. Ends up getting himself a frag before he ends up going down to Nafly. Rush will find one also, so we work this into a 2-on-2. Snacks very fast. Can he get the bomb planter? He makes it happen, so only Rush alive. Down in the boiler room, he turns it into a 1-on-1, but he's all the way down to 19 HP, and the bomb in a very bad location for him to collect. All Neo has to do is just put himself in the pit and just play that. He doesn't even do that. He ends up wrapping all the way past Truck into Tennis. He's very deep right now, and Rush trying to get a hard angle on him.
49 seconds remaining. I think the fact that the bomb did not get planted is really working in Rush's favor at this point. He doesn't have to do any kind of fast, hard retake. He just needs to find
he might
his
get
player.
caught. He might.
He knows it.
He gets it.
Oh
my goodness.
The head games are real. Rush was on to Neo's plan all along. Takes the headshot, clutching that round for the win. It was looking extremely bad for Conquest. They got another point on the board, 4-1. And yet, Virtus Pro, even though they're so low on cash, they're still going to be able to buy something relatively decent. You got Pasha holding an M4, Neo also, and Snacks hanging on to an AWP. Not much utility, so the B site might just go down. They don't overstack B, which is what I might have expected them to do with this buy. Instead, play standard. Let's see what happens. B rush.
Conquest just kind of holding back here. Bomb down, neutral location. They're not too committed to it. They're just going to kind of sit back and wait and see what Virtus Pro is going to try and bring to the table here. And I mean, it's a buyout coming from Virtus Pro. They spent a lot of money into this. They're trying to turn the tables here. I mean, Conquest with already 4 rounds from the T side. Virtus Pro struggling a little bit early into this map number 2 here. They want to end this 2-0. They want to go forward in stunning fashion over Conquest.
Oh, yeah, you see some play up by B side. The bomb starts to work its way down towards Banana. And there's only 2 players there. 1 decoy, so it's maybe going to make Conquest think twice. No, instead they set up for the smoke positions.
Oh, wow.
Snacks, just as the smoke goes away, unloads with the op. There's a shot, but he's going to get traded out very, very fast. And that leaves Neo all alone. The decoy ain't fooling anybody. Peeks out from New Box, not able to land the spray down. Rush taking him, and therefore securing B site.
Nafly in a great position here to try and pick up a rotator coming out of CT spawn. That's going to be Taz, the close man to him, as his teammates work up. One's going to be one terrorist in emo. One terrorist is going to be right there at the close palm tree from CT side. Do they pick the shot up? Shazam grabs 2. Nafly on the cleanup, and that'll be 5 rounds in favor of Conquest. And already they've hit my safety net from T side. 5 rounds from T side. That's a great start to this game. I mean, we're only into round 7, and you're on T side. You've only dropped a round. 1 round to the CTs. That is beautiful if you're Conquest.
It's a very, very good start for Conquest, and Virtus Pro, their economy's broke. They're not going to be able to buy anything. And they keep playing the standard position with 2 and 3. They don't seem to favor doing any kind of overstacking. A little bit of aggression going down Banana, and it's going to cost a lot of HP for Snacks, and he backs off. He's able to get away, surviving with his life. So 2 guns remain on the B site, but based on that damage, Daps is going to feel very confident, pushing forward. Doesn't expect another player to be by coils, and that's going to cost him big.
Oh, Neo picks that shot up, able to take down Daps. We got Rush, finds a shot of his own, able to take down Bialy. It's going to be an even 4-on-4 here, but the stack towards the B bomb site not going to pay off. Taz going to be the Lone Ranger here at that A bomb site. Ends up going down to Rush thanks to the AK headshot. Here comes the rotates.
Yes.
And they are getting picked up very, very well by Conquest. Only Neo going to be left alive here. He does have a MAC-10 silent USP. He does have a Molotov in his hand. No armor. No kit, so realistically his chances of winning this are very, very slim, but he does have a chance to try and force an angle here on the Navlight. Takes him down, looking for another one. Shazam's right there. He sees him, spots him, tries to drop Shazam, ends up re-peeking, barely stays alive, crosses out in the open. He's in trouble, trying to get himself a rifle, can't quite do it. Rush will end up taking him down, and that's going to be 6-1 in favor of Conquest over Virtus Pro.
Yeah, you see over-rotation going on for Virtus Pro. They pull themselves completely off the A site after Daps pushed up on B. Not expecting anything to go on at A, and that's where it really all fell apart. That's fine. It's Nico, this time buying up full, overstacking B after losing the site so many rounds. 3, I guarantee you. Yep, here comes Snacks. With the smoke, he's going to take a forward position, and I think that was a boost for Shazam, taking him down in Banana.
Yeah, Shazzy right there with that op shot, able to get himself, or get his team anyways, that 5-on-4 advantage. Taking down Snacks, but Virtus Pro back onto a bye here. They really need to stop the hemorrhaging at this point, prevent Conquest from gaining any more rounds out of this. They have to get CT size rounds here. They do not want to go to map number 3 at all, but if it happens, Virtus Pro will be ready for it, because I mean, it is going to be Cobble as that 3rd map, which is going to be a rough one for Conquest if we even make it that far.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Virtus Pro holding on to this aggressive position. Look at this. They've got the smoke forward at Banana. Shazam is watching it, expecting someone to fall out. They re-smoke, and I like this. Pasha pushed himself all the way up, just hoping somebody's going to be there. Because the smoke came from far back in sight, it tells the tale that your B players are not pushing aggressively up. Banana, Stanislaw knows exactly what's happening, though. He waits by Flower Pot and takes the shot. Gets very aggressive, now banking on another player at B site. Shazam's there to make the trade, and all of a sudden, we're in a 2-and-4 situation. B site's been taken, and it's up to Taz.
Oh, Taz, you gotta look up! And
oh, my God!
Wow, Taz does look up to get the player right there across those... I don't even know what we call that. The Ivy there in the CT spawn, able to take that down, but still, Bialy, a Lone Ranger, 1v3 bomb planted at the B bomb site, has an M4. Not going to go for it. He actually commits here to the save. He's going to back his way up into the apartments, trying to work down through Long Haul and just try and save on to this M4 for the next round. But Conquest was 7 rounds now from T-side, and they're making quite the map out of this.
I don't know, what would you call that? I'm gonna call that that's a tiki party.
Tiki party.
Yeah, exactly. They serve some beers, you know, you hang out,
yeah,
have a drink. That's what you do when you're saving. You hang back.
Adult beverages.
Yeah, exactly. Have an adult beverage. Toast to saving that gun.
Plus some Mountain Dew and Doritos.
That'll work.
It is MLG. I mean, Mountain Dew and Doritos. I mean, it has to happen here at MLG. But round 9 underway. Conquest up by 6 rounds in total over Virtus Pro, and they're looking pretty decent right now.
They're looking extraordinarily
decent. I mean, they're grabbing rounds.
Yeah.
They set themselves up here to get an 8th round if they're able to. I mean, they're going on against Bialy with that saved rifle and upgraded pistols. Bought up a round for Virtus Pro, trying to hold on, but Conquest looking very poised here from the T side of things and very ready. This might be the exact reason why they picked this map. It's a good map for Conquest, and apparently Virtus Pro struggles on Inferno.
And Bialy's doing this thing a lot, where he kind of hangs back at A side, then he falls into pit. No, actually, he doesn't go to pit. He jumps up and then checks apps, and if nothing's going on, he might try to assert some apps control. Daps is waiting on him and just hoping that he pushes on out. Now, keep in mind, VP's economy is completely tanked at this point, heavily favoring Conquest. They set up. I think that's the Arch smoke. Yep, there it goes, smoking off the Arch player. He comes rushing out, though, but he's got so many guns on him. Shots are fired, and Arch falls back. We're 4v4, very even. Pit 2 OP, and Bialy's going to take Shazam out.
Yeah, Bialy in a great position here to try and grab another frag. If any of these terrorists end up pushing a little too hard, Neo gonna run right into the sight, right up in the face
Come
of
on.
Nafly, takes him down, tries to fight out Daps, doesn't take him. But Snacks with the 1D removes Rush from the round, gets himself an AK. He's going to be 1-on-2, or excuse me, 1-on-1 now against Daps. And Daps has got to be careful here. Drops the smoke over there inside the bomb site. Peace out, and Snacks is going to be able to hit the shot. Gets it out, and he will get the defuse. That's finally a second round for Virtus Pro from CT side. But at this point, if you're Conquest, the damage is already done.
Gotta be happy. Gotta be happy with that.
Yeah, you could see it on their face right there. You can see the disappointment on the face of Virtus Pro. They just went around, no high fives.
Yeah.
No excitement coming out from them.
You saw Snacks, though. He just, like, slightly smirked as he defused the bomb. He's like, I got this. I got this.
This is definitely not a map for Virtus Pro, and they are. You could see it on their faces right there. They are feeling it. They don't want that at all.
Yeah, I mean, the map tends to favor CT side, and honestly, Virtus Pro is much better on their CT side than T. On Inferno, they don't do anything particularly fancy once they swap over at the end of round 15. Look at all the aggression, pushing all the way down mid. Virtus Pro on a buy round, no less. This is extremely dangerous, high-risk play, dropping in to underpass, and it's going to cost big time. 2 players already back before Virtus Pro back off and reset, but the damage is already done. The man advantage favors Conquest, and we've got a minute 15 on the clock. They can take their time, figure out exactly what they do, and even do some fakes if they want.
Yeah, I mean, right now Conquest has a lot of time on the clock. They got a lot to work with here. Man, they are looking good and on point to try and take map number 2 away and force us into our first third map of the finals so far. I mean, we've seen 2 O's in Conquest looking poised to try and make that happen. If their CT side is any reflection of how well they did on T side here, they should be able to mop this up relatively quick. I mean, we're into round 10. Virtus Pro from CT on the CT side of the map only has 2 rounds. Trying to defend here. Stan's going to be able to jump up into the site low on HP. Ends up taking down Neo as the bomb will commit here. Lots of nade damage comes down. Taz low ends up going down. Piercing damage comes out from Rush. That'll make it a 3-on-1 with Snacks on the retake attempt. He does have an op here. I don't expect him to really commit to this too hard unless he can find one very fast op shot. And no, apparently I'm wrong. He's going to try and drop the grenade. Doesn't fall where he wants. Still trying to hunt for it. He is 1-on-3 with just an op and a deagle on this retake attempt. And man, the CTs are the terrorists are dug in right now. Snacks needs to get out of here.
Nope.
Doesn't get out in time. Daps will end up peeking from the top of Banana. Gets the AK shot off, and that's an 8th round now if you're Conquest. And anything after this, I mean, anything after 5 rounds from T side, it's just icing on the cake at this point if you're Conquest.
Oh, Conquest! I'd love to see what they're looking like after that round. They've got to be thrilled, got to be full of lots of high fives at this point. The Virtus Pro economy broken once again with nothing but pistols. And look, you got 2 people going up towards Banana. Snacks, the only person with a smoke for Virtus Pro. So there's absolutely no delay tactics that are going to be underway. Stanislaw opening it up, take Snacks out, leaving 1 player left behind at B. You see the rotator already coming off of Arch, so this completely opens the map up. You can go try and force the issue at B, or you can go over towards A, where only 2 players are going to be standing. This would be the time, but a new Arch player is rotated into position. That's going to be Bialy watching with a USP.
Yeah, Bialy right there at the Arch or jungle, trying to make something happen for his team. Not going to find anything yet. We've already lost Snacks on the round, but guns up in favor of Conquest. I mean, they're playing this relatively slow. They have some mid-aggression going on. They get some smokes and flashbangs down. They end up peeking out, trying to see what they can catch.
Oh, Neo.
Man, what a missed opportunity coming out there for Neo as Conquest looks at, wow, but Pasha with the deagle. Hits 2, playing from CT spawn at the edge of the connector. Ends up going down to Rush finally, but still, I mean, 2 nice shots. Neo at new box will go down to Shazam as the terrorists will be working their way inside that B bomb site. They only have 1 CT left to contend with, and this is going to be Conquest unless something miraculous happens here for Taz, grabbing themselves a 10th round, or a 9th round, excuse me, and that is, not good if you're Virtus Pro, allowing Conquest to get 9 rounds from T-side.
Yeah, Taz just wants a gun. That's all he wants. He flashes, goes, and picks up the gun. Now run for your life. Down Banana with the AK-47, just turns around to check, and he's going to back off into T. So as long as he plays this real smart, he should be able to hang on to that AK-47. You're right, man. 9-2 is your scoreline. Conquest. This is absolutely nuts. I mean, Conquest, they are your dark horse team. They've surprised and delighted everybody in North America, even taking what rightfully should have been maybe CLG's spot at this LAN. And now you're facing Virtus Pro in a repeat of that Tempo Storm last season. And this is amazing. At this rate, Conquest is set up to take Inferno and force us into the third map, which would be Cobble.
I mean, right now they are absolutely dominating for the T side. 9 rounds. They are looking on point. This is a completely different Conquest than we saw on map number 1. They were just getting mashed up, map number 1. And this time they're doing the exact adverse to Virtus Pro. I mean, they're winning the gun battles. They're hitting their shots. It seems like all the smokes and flashes coming out from Conquest are on point, landing in position where they need to. They're working effectively. They're not getting too over-aggressive. They're able to trade out frags or kills when they need to. Conquest looking very, very good here from T-side.
This looks like it's going to be a 3-man fake on the A site, unless they can get some picks. They smoke it off. They do all sorts of stuff to make noise. Bomb is at back of Banana, so they have the option to go either way. 2 players just holding on to Banana control, watching for information. And Conquest, they're not committing to anything whatsoever. One of the players is going to go back towards Banana and pick up the bomb, and that seems to indicate that with 41 seconds remaining, they're going to have to make some sort of a choice. Bomb works his way towards Banana, so it's going to have to be B.
Pasha.
Oh, the wrap. Oh, Pasha.
Nice.
What? That's a 2K.
Yeah, lineup comes out there from Pasha. Good flashbang comes out. Snacks trying to put himself in a good spot here, but Navlight will take down Neo. Snacks still up on the boost, tries to work his way through the smoke. His teammates are right there in the face. Only Daps left alive. They know he's somewhere in the smoke. They can't quite find him yet. They're trying to get the shot, and Snacks will finally get it. That's a 3K coming out for Pasha. Snacks gets one, same with Neo, and that's a 3rd round for Virtus Pro. But I mean, at this point, we're into round 13.
Yeah.
Even if you win out here, that's a 9-6 half in favor of Conquest.
You can't do that on CT.
Side.
You cannot do that on CT, even if you are Virtus Pro and you're so extraordinarily favored to win this match. Virtus Pro still got some cash, still buying out full with lots and lots of utility, and this isn't the very aggressive kind of Virtus Pro that I'm used to. They really like to send people straight down, like rushing down Banana early on and taking that position. They did it for a couple of rounds with a forward smoke, but then they've backed off.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing right now defensively clearly isn't working. You see Taz boosted up high. Could come up very big if they allow Conquest to work in and take mid.
Yeah, round 13, we're already underway with it. We're in the midst of it right now. And Conquest just trying to grab themselves a 10th round. I mean, you already have 9. You got to be happy with this half. Or even if you lose out from this point, you make it a 9-6 half. Allow Virtus Pro to pick up these final rounds. It's still 9 rounds from that T side. That is absolutely huge if you're Conquest, and they're trying to hunt for a 10th round. If they're able to get it, trying to work through mid and the apartments, they're going to be up mid already. They got to work on this Moto player, trying to drop down a pop flash. That's going to be Bialy working the angle on this smoke. Hasn't found anything yet. Shazam actually already crossed. Snacks will get himself one. Snacks, or excuse me, Bialy ends up going down, so Pasha right there.
Oh no, he doesn't know there's a player directly behind him, and Cubby sneaks around the corner, takes one, but he's going to get shot right in the back, putting us into a 2v2, but the health advantage is now favoring Virtus Pro. Oh, that's deadly fire, but it's not. Oh, yeah, the bomb still is able to be planted. Neil sprays through the boxes, and then he's going to back off. Daps and Shazam isolated in sight. This is such horrible positioning at this point. Look, if Neil fires, which he does, he can line them up beautifully and get the defuse with time to spare. 9-4, not much, but it's something for Virtus Pro.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terror.
Yeah, Virtus Pro needs to collect all these remaining rounds realistically to have really a hope. I mean, it is a CT-sided map. They need to pick up these remaining rounds to really get themselves going here. I mean, 4 rounds isn't bad from CT side. Well, realistically, it is bad.
It's pretty crummy.
It's not good, but I mean, you still put yourselves with at least 4 rounds. You put yourself in a situation where you can go to T side and drop the pistol and win and lose both anti-ecos, and the game's not over yet. 4 rounds will at least secure you that you get at least a couple rounds to try and work with to not allow your team to just get smashed out right off the bat when the second half starts.
See a lot of focus for Conquest at A site. They're setting up for smokes. 2 up mid, 3 working on apps control. They've got the pit, what looks to be double stacked. No, it's actually 1 player playing close. That's going to be Taz up close, and then Bialy in pit. And that's exactly what you need. Working the smoke and laying down the fire through lane. And they mop up the mess that is Conquest so quickly. Virtus Pro, they've got 5 points, so they've secured at least a 5-10 half. Conquest economy busted. All they can afford to buy at this point is going to be Tech 9's armor and utility to execute something. So this is looking, well, the round is looking dire for Conquest, but the game's looking pretty darn good for them.
Yeah, Conquest at this point, with 9 rounds already, if they can make this at 10-5 half, they're definitely going to be stoked. I mean, even if it ends up being 9-6, you have to be extremely happy with that. If you're Conquest, I mean, you're doing everything that you can do to try and continue to get these rounds. I mean, this is do or die for them. This could be their final map that they play tonight against Virtus Pro if they can't win this round. Or if they lose this map, they're done. For tonight, that's it. Virtus Pro will go home 2-0 going forward towards Saturday. And if you're Conquest, you do not want that at all. It's going to be a retake attempt coming out here at B, and they will end up dropping it. So Virtus Pro salvages the end of that half, gets themselves 6 rounds, and they really came alive in those later CT rounds, which we should have seen a lot sooner.
Shazam looks so upset, and then you see Naf right there. Just kind of rubbing his nose. No reason to be upset, though. I mean, you lost a couple of rounds right there.
Nine rounds from T-side, you were ecstatic with that. You should be.
Yeah, they should have big smiles. You're playing Virtus Pro 2, one of the best teams in the world on LAN. And this is actually the first LAN showing for Conquest as a unit themselves. Doing fantastic work already, and this is just the first game. They've got a couple more to go, and well, they're certainly a long shot to get out of groups, but if they can somehow take Inferno, hey, you're still in it to win it. You've got a chance. Check out the box scores. Clearly, Pasha's the big fragger right here, despite the score line of 9-6. Kills certainly coming out for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, definitely. Pasha stepped up big. His teammate Neo and Snacks both sitting at 10 frags apiece. As we're in halftime here, we're waiting for second half to go live. And again, I cannot overstate this fact, guys. Conquest has to win this map to be able to force it into map number 3, which is Cobble. And man, that'll be a knife for sides nonetheless. And if you're Conquest and you do go to map number 3, you have to win that knife. You do not want to allow Virtus Pro to get their side choice on the 3rd and final map of this series.
Yeah, Cobble could work out relatively well for Conquest. I mean, it is actually one of their stronger maps. They've got a high win percentage. They've played it a whole lot, and Virtus Pro not so keen on the map. They ban it quite frequently. In fact, it's one of their least played maps. We'll see what happens as the sides switch around. Conquest has been extremely strong on T side, but their CT side defense not so hot. Let's see what happens on Inferno. Timer is ticking down. We are about to go live with the second pistol round on Inferno.
I mean, honestly, we could still have Virtus Pro. If they win this pistol and they get the 2 anti-ecos, they've tied this up. That's going to be a 9-9 game. And we're tied up here. Virtus Pro does play everything. Yeah, I mean, they play very effectively from the T side. It's just this is definitely a Conquest map. And if Virtus Pro can't step it up here from the T side, they're going to map number 3 and another situation where it's a map they may not want to play a lot, but if they get the knife for sides, they get their side choice, they can build momentum so fast that you cannot stop the Virtus plow at that point.
We shall see. Look at Pasha on point. at Banana, trying to find information, and he's able to find one. I don't think he actually saw or realized his sole player at CT does a tremendous amount of damage to Shazam, hanging back. Shazam's the man who holds onto a smoke grenade too, so taking him down or prevents Conquest from delaying that Banana push. This is important too. Shazam's held onto the smoke all the way down to about 45 seconds or so. So if he drops it, she still hasn't, it's going to prevent a B rush. Virtus Pro not wanting to take the chance, executing on A.
Virtus Pro trying to work their way up through that A bomb site. Most of them are going to be working towards Arch. One player's going to be over there at the cart. More than likely, they're going to wrap this towards B. And yes, they will, but they're going into a 3-man stack from Conquest. And they need to pick up some big shots here. And man, look at this. Conquest already flanking down Banana, or down through mid towards Banana. And man, Conquest looking good. Picking up huge shots, trying to grab another one. Taz finally trades that frag out. That's only one frag so far in favor of Virtus Pro, as only Neo is going to be left alive.
Yeah, and then Neo's going to go ahead and get pinched off by Daps. Not a chance. This is huge. Okay, so now Conquest has secured yet another pistol round. That makes 3 pistol rounds for them. They're 3-1 on pistol rounds. They've got so much momentum. Look, 10 and 6. They're poised to probably go up to a scoreline of 12 and 6 before Virtus Pro really have a chance. The only thing that they can do at this point is to buy up full and execute super heavy. You see 2 Tech 9s coming out, lots of utility. Smoke's going down mid with, Banana aggression from Conquest, just trying to hold them off at the pass. Smoke's coming out too.
Yeah, Conquest now, with that winning advantage, we're going to have Virtus Pro buying into this round. We got some body armor coming out, except for Taz. He does have head armor and upgraded pistols across the board. They do have they only have 1 smoke, but they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flashbangs right now, so they can make something happen on a site take. They just have to be able to beat the SMGs and the 1 rifle in the hands of Rush from Conquest. If they're able to do that, that would be huge for Virtus Pro. Get themselves a bomb plant, get themselves a round win, not allow Conquest to go all the way up to 11 points in their favor, or 11 rounds, I should say.
Yeah, here was the problem. Conquest had already used all of their utility. They had no smokes on B, and Virtus Pro knew that. They held back at Banana. It ends up getting re-smoked now by another player, and Virtus Pro, they flash themselves right into the site, and you see Stanislav from that super powerful first box position. He takes down many, dropping us down to Snacks all alone. Daps at new box, peeks the corner, gets the shot. Headshot no less at medium range with the P90. Conquest played the round very patiently, using their utility and trying to bait Virtus Pro into going into that B site trap they set up.
Man, Virtus Pro struggling here from the T side now. Conquest with 2 rounds in their favor. They're trying to make it a 3rd round in their favor, not allow Virtus Pro to get back into this thing too quick here. But I mean, honestly, 11-6 will be the scoreline in favor of Conquest. They're looking pretty good here from CT and the T side of things. They're playing effectively. And I mean, this is light years different than we saw them on map number 1. They're hitting their shots. They're playing the angles very effectively. They're mopping up these frags, even though there's a lineup coming out from Rush. But Shazam will come in to mop it up. And just Conquest is shooting very, very well now on the map number 2.
Well, that was ugly. That's exactly what that was. 12-6. Good Lord. Conquest, North American long shots in the group, in the tournament. Heck, even within our league, going from the very start of it, have really come a very, very long way. Look at this. AK-47 is being bought up by Virtus Pro, and Conquest, they're not going to go ahead and trade up. They're not buying out, so they have a gun disadvantage. This could be costly for them. See Rush playing apps together with Naf. Taz off angle, peeks the corner, not able to find the kill. That's going to force Naf to fall back towards Pit. And so far, all that's been done is just a little bit of damage to Naf.
Yeah, Virtus Pro now playing relatively slow here, not getting too aggressive, using smokes to their advantage. And man, Pasha hits a nice shot there on the Daps as we're into round 19. And if Virtus Pro can come back here, that would be huge, but they need to start doing it right now to really have some hopes of maintaining their economy and really just sustaining some round wins back to back.
I guess maybe that's the idea with Conquest. They don't want to get too aggressive. They weren't feeling super confident into this round with Virtus Pro. I don't know. I mean, they didn't buy up. We'll see what the economy looks like going forward, but it's not over yet. Don't count this team out quite yet. A execute, or at least A smokes are coming down. But you see Conquest refreshing that molly, so it's going to cancel out one of these smokes as they execute A. Dropping out, Snacks playing so well from Pit. Lane player as well finally gets traded out, taken down, and Shazam stands all the only people left alive. Shazam standing like right out in the open, finds one kill. No one would expect him to be out there, but it's such a dangerous spot that the player who pushes Pit knocks him out. 1v1, Stanislaw to clutch.
He's going to push up UMP in hand. He's going to be one-on-one. Snacks right there in his face. Does he get the UMP? No, Snacks is going to peek out from around the one box inside the bomb site. Hits the AK-1 tap. It's a 7th round now for Virtus Pro, and they're starting to build a little bit going forward, but still, I mean, it's not quite yet the trust fund that they want it to be.
See, that was such a good round for Conquest, leading us down to a 1v1 clutch situation when they had the gun disadvantage. Now you're going to see them going ahead and buying up full. And I'm curious, I didn't see what the economy was last round. They ought to have been able to go ahead and buy up. Conquest not quite out of it. They have a really good shot, and by killing so many members of Virtus Pro, they keep them extremely low.
Yep. Yeah, good shot comes out there from Shazam, able to take himself down. Neo gives them that one-man advantage. We're going to be 5-on-4 now in favor of Conquest, who has the round advantage. They have the man advantage. If they do not win this map, remember, everyone, it is the best of 3 series. This is only map number 2. They have to win this map to force map number 3. Otherwise, if Virtus Pro is able to win this, that is going to do it for tonight here on the Beat Stream, and Virtus Pro will go ahead 2-0 over Conquest.
It's looking pretty bad right now for Virtus Pro, though. They've already gone down 2 players. Man advantage, Conquest. Stack 2 and 3. Standard Snacks. Peeking for information. Trying to find something. He does have one Arch player that he's going to have to contend with, but he's playing out back of Arch. 4 rotate. Snacks is going to pop, flash his team out, but blinds his own team. Yeah. They can't execute. They can't do anything on that. Now the flashes are coming out from the A site players. This is looking like a very ugly sloppy take for Virtus Pro. 1 down, 2 down. Taz left all alone. Tries to get the bomb. Not going to happen. Shazam says, nope, good night, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you still had a rush in the pit at that point. Yeah. I mean, he had a great angle to try and work that from. That will make it 13-7 in favor of Conquest, as Virtus Pro, with not a lot of economy that you can see there. This is more likely to be a save, and Conquest should put themselves into 14-7 territory with only 1 win after that, needing to at least guarantee themselves the overtime.
You know, that round was set up by the previous round, killing out 4 members of Virtus Pro. They weren't able to get a very good buy.
So we're into round 21 now. Guns up on the side of Conquest. Has the advantage here. Again, Virtus Pro buying into this round, though. I mean, we're at head armor coming out, upgraded pistols, some utility grenades. They're committed to this. They don't want to drop another round, but Shazam playing smart.
Oh my God.
Up the shot. Can he get a third? Can't quite wrangle the op in. That'll give the op in hands of Taz, and they're going to try and once again wrap their way over to that B bomb site. They pick up 1. Dap's not ready for it. Stanislaw gets 1 before he goes down. Now we're going to have a 2-on-2 situation here with the bomb easily able to rotate into the B bomb site, and that's where they're committing. They expect it to go that direction, and they are 100% correct. Rush and Nafly trying to work up Banana.
Yeah, I think the goal is to get in here before they get in any sort of a post-plant position. Naf gets on the other side of the smoke quickly, and Taz doesn't expect that to happen. Yeah, he gets taken down before the bomb. Now Pasha trying to walk back in. Good smoke. They're going to go ahead and prevent Conquest players from coming in. So Pasha has bomb control, and now he's completely confused. Doesn't know exactly what's going on. Where are these players? Are they coming from both angles? Are they both in Banana? He doesn't have the intel. Only 1 was spotted. Oh, look where the bomb is, too. He's confused.
Yeah, he's going to plant it right there behind the fountain if he's able to. There it is. Boom. Bomb's going to go down. It'll be a 2-man retake attempt coming out from Conquest. If they're able to shut down Pasha here, I mean, Pasha at 100 HP up in hand, hits a wing shot, ends up taking down Rush.
My God.
And he gets another deagle shot to take down Nafly. And Pasha will hero the round for Virtus Pro. That makes the score 13-8 for Conquest.
That was so ugly for Pasha. And then when I saw him take the op shot and leg the guy, I thought, okay, that's it. It's all over now. He legged him. His position's given up. It's 2v1. Good night, game over. And not meant to be. Pasha with the dig. 8-13 scoreline right now, and Virtus.pro buying up nicely against an echoing Conquest. Conquest, they're 4-stacking A. Unfortunately, it's the wrong gamble. Daps is going to find out soon enough when he peeks this corner and finds a lot of angry Polish people, but he gets a 2K, backs off before they kill one. Now the Polish team of Virtus.pro are very angry.
Yeah, they're going to try and work their way back into this bomb site to try and defend here. Or, excuse me, Conquest is trying to work their way back in, but Pasha's already inside the bomb site. He's holding on here. He's got one player behind the spools, tries to go for the fake plant, actually commits to the plant, and Shazam will go down after he gets one onto Neo with that deagle in hand. And we're going to have a 1v2 here with the bomb planted at B. Nafly, last one left. Bomb working, or excuse me, a diffuser working towards that B bomb site. And Nafly's got to be careful here. At least just deny, buddy. Make some noise. Make him think about you. Make him not want to go try and kill you. And Pasha eventually takes him down. And it doesn't even matter because the bomb is planted. And that will be Virtus.pro with a 9th round in their favor. That
was such a good flash from Naf. He really should have had that shot. Just, you know, Counter-Strike things happen, and it doesn't work out for him. Virtus.pro is closing the gap, but Conquest still have a couple of rounds they can throw away and make something happen. VP, for a second there, I thought that they had a broken buy going on, but no, they've got something decent. Conquest up in Shazam's hands, and Stanislaw with the FAMAS. They're not going to save anything else. They want to keep Virtus.pro's economy extremely, extremely low. Taz is taking apps control extremely fast. Totally flashed out, should die. Lots of shots. He's walking around completely blind once again, but Rush is
somehow he doesn't drop there.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's out in the open outside the boiler room, completely blind. Somehow doesn't go down, but we're going to be 1-on-3 now with Taz low in HP, only 4 to be exact. And he's going to try and work his way up towards Pit to see if he's able to get himself that bomb. Going to try and go clear the bomb site. Hasn't seen anything yet. But, I mean, all his exits are covered at this point. And, yeah, there it is. Player steps out from Luminosity, shreks his face, and that will be a really deep here for Misled. I mean, we're on, what, week 15, 14?
What's that?
We're on week, what, 14, 15? Correct, at this point?
Of what?
Through our season, if we continued.
Oh, good Lord.
No, it should only be 10 or 11.
I don't know. It's been a long season.
It's been 10? Yeah, it should be either way, yeah. We're deep into this now. We're getting the best games out of both these teams that we've had so far.
You see Virtus.pro force buying this round. You kind of have to.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. I mean, you got to commit to it. I mean,
yeah,
Conquest already has 14 rounds.
Don't want to play for the tie one bit. And just working on standard type of stuff. I haven't seen anything fancy coming out of Virtus.pro just yet. They spread out, play default, and go for some sort of picks. Problem is the picks really haven't been coming out too well. Pasha's on point, watching, looking for sandbags. Maybe a little bit late peeking around that corner. If somebody was hiding there, he might have gotten his head taken off by surprise. And VP want to commit to this. They're going to throw the smoke on the fly. Bialy completely blind. The counter flashes are real. Stan saw one go towards...
Oh, Pasha made it in, though. Pasha made it all the way in, though. No call will come out. And Pasha in a great position here to go. Oh, no, he's going to just worry about construction. They still have 2 CTs inside this bomb site. What a great play.
The knife.
He's just watching. He's just watching and waiting. Watching and waiting. Pulls the knife out. Gets the knife out on Daps. Takes him down. That's 2 knives so far tonight for Pasha. But Stanislaw will answer. Gets himself 2. Takes out Pasha. And Taz goes for a 3rd. Ends up getting caught out by Neo. And that will make this a 3-on-3 at that B bomb site.
Pasha. What a guy. Look at Naf, getting completely surprised from CT. I don't know how he survives that. He gets fired upon, turns around, and just ends the flank player. Bialy's watching for Shazam. No. Shazam peeks the corner, wide peeks it, and is able to get the kill, and the site has been taken single-handedly now by Rush. Lots of time on the clock. Rush gets the defuse. This point puts us on to match point 15-9. Conquest can give up so many rounds right here.
And be fine.
And go to overtime. It's fine. Oh, boy. Virtus Pro. What's going on?
Yeah, Virtus Pro right now just having struggles. This is a map notoriously they don't play. You've already talked about it.
Yeah, it's not their map.
It's not their map at all. And I mean, Conquest playing really, really good here on Inferno. They want to keep that going in their favor. It's just definitely a map that favors Conquest at this point. All they have to do is win one more round, and it's going to be going against a very broken buy coming out from Virtus Pro. They're going to be full on into it. And if we have Conquest win this one, we're going to map number 3, which will be Cobble, and it will be a knife for sides.
Yeah, that's big. It does look like Cobble is, in fact, going to happen. I think everybody's going to be surprised about that. Conquest, just a fantastic North American team that just popped up out of nowhere, rose to the top of CEVO, and they're winning a lot of games that nobody gave some credit for. They have very little experience. In fact, I don't think they have any experience playing against European talent, and yet here they are, Virtus Pro, one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, I mean, as a unit, definitely not. I mean, this is the first time we've seen this unit play against top-tier teams like this, so it's exciting. And I mean, Shazam does open it up, playing from Moto, ends up going down to Neo on the trade out. We're going to have some frags going in favor of Virtus Pro, though. That's going to make this a 4-on-3 here with Conquest at that map point. They need to win this one to force map number 3. But Virtus Pro looking good. They get the bomb planted at A. Only one more player to contend with that. This is going to be Stanislaw. But again, Conquest only needs one more round to force this into map number 3. Otherwise, they're going to have to go to overtime if Virtus Pro can win out from this point.
Stanislaw just not meant to be. So that's looking good. At least Virtus Pro. They're still in this thing. They can still force an overtime. No reaction from the polls.
They're just always cold as ice no matter what. When they win, they're cold. When they're losing, they're cold. Great composure coming out. Yeah,
that really is.
Composure coming out from those guys.
It's so easy to.
Except for Taz. When they win, Taz will go ham. Pasha might flex a little bit, might show off.
Show the bicep.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're relatively, they're just calm and collected. I mean, when they're winning rounds, they're pretty mellow.
Well, Conquest economy has been broken. You see Shazam pulling out the Zeus. I think this is the first time we've seen a Zeus between these two teams tonight. Pasha spamming through smoke. So much spam through the smoke at B site, but it's not going to land a single shot. And, yeah, the B player backs all the way off. Neo watching. And Virtus Pro wants to just, oh, look at the stack. Oh, this is going to be very bad.
Yeah, this is going to catch Neo off guard. He's not going to be ready for it. No, shot comes out. Tries to take out the first one. Will get it. Does a ton of damage. Does he escape? And all of a sudden, Virtus Pro in this round. We got a 2-on-2 here. Conquest without a full buy in their back pocket, trying to win this thing. Dab's in a great position. Pasha will end up checking it. Pasha ends up taking him down inside that B bomb site. That was from First Oranges. So Bialy rotates in, gets the bomb planted. Rush finds himself an op, and he's going to commit to the save here as Virtus Pro will get an 11th round. But still, I mean, Conquest on a map point here, trying to force us to a third tiebreaker map between these two teams.
Yeah, First Orange is just one of those commonly pre-fired spots. So if they choose to go ahead and take the site like that with the pre-fire, you really don't have a single hope. And, you know, Conquest going to have to lose the round. That's fine. Rush picked up an AWP. He's going to be able to go ahead and save it as we move on to a scoreline of 15 and 11. Impressive play. I think the real testament for Conquest at this point is to stay focused.
Yeah, they have to close this out, man. They have to.
Yeah, you can't.
you do not want to get
cloud nine it.
Yeah,
right?
No, yeah. You do not want to get 2-0 right here. You have to close this out. I mean, all they need is one round. I mean, even if they win 16-14, 16-13, 16-12, 16-11, they just need to get that one round.
My concern is what happens if we go into a tie. You give up so many rounds to Virtus Pro, Conquest might lose some confidence.
They're going to get confident going on to this map. I mean, if you go into overtime here, that's going to favor Virtus Pro.
Oh, yeah. They have to close it out now, or else it's going to end up being a 2-0 victory. Heavy concentration at Banana. 3 Banana. Bombs hanging out back, so they have an option, and they have an out. The fire, not going to do much damage, though. Look at this 3 stack.
Yeah, they have all their players right now on Banana. They're able to pick up one. That's Stanislaw through the smoke. Daps is going to be the last man there at that B-bomb site, trying to defend from Gar. He ends up getting caught. Neo with that next shot through the smoke. He's only got one more player to beat inside that B-bomb site. The rotation is going to be coming out here. And, man, with that two-man advantage, that is huge if you're Virtus Pro.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Not just a man advantage, but also a gun advantage coming in. Shazam gets smoked out and backs off. But it's all an elaborate fake. He's going to have to deal with one player single-handedly. Meanwhile, Snacks and Neo are taking the A site all alone. They make enough of a fuss that they feel like they've sold another fake, and they back off towards B site. Shazam is sold on it, gets caught in the middle of a rotation, and just like that, B site falls. Rush is all alone. They're not going to be able to hang on to the AWP.
Yeah, Virtus Pro set themselves up in great positions here. They've run that double fake. It works out. Now they know where Rush is. Rush wants to go get that rifle, but Bialy is going to be there covering. Ends up taking him down. And again, another round win going in favor of Virtus Pro. And look at them. They're just stone cold right now. They're not getting hyped up. They know what they need to do. They want to win this 2-0. They don't want to go to a third map with Conquest, especially on Cobble, where, again, that's another map between the two iterations of this Conquest roster, between Elevate and some of your Luminosity players, or former not Luminosity, excuse me, Liquid players from way back, and then Tempo Storm currently, or most current anyways. This matchup, you cannot, if you're Virtus Pro, you can't drop this map. You have to win this. You have to shut down the new team and prevent them from getting some momentum.
Flashing through smoke. Virtus Pro take Arch, then Shazam he does get blinded, but he turns around, panics, and it's going to cost him. So now Arch is completely open. Bomb goes towards lane, and it's going to be a dedicated A hit. Super fast, lightning fast. The Virtus Plow is in effect. Nafly, though, nice spray down coming in from Pit. He's not able to take the players at lane, and the bomb does go down. 2 versus 3 with Stanislaw and Daps hanging out of weapons. Daps is right behind Snacks. He sees the gun.
Oh, he saw the
No trigger discipline.
Ooh, but Snacks does pick up the shot there onto Daps. Only man standing is going to be Stanislaw. He'll be 1 versus 3 at the moment. And he's just trying to find an exit frag if he can. He's got to be careful here. He's getting pushed down mid. He's got to look for it. Doesn't end up getting spotted out.
Did he see him?
Yeah, he saw the player running down mid towards Banana, so all the players will exit towards Banana, and Stanislaw just has to be very, very careful here. That's Virtus Pro grabbing themselves a 13th round, and we have a game out of this. If they can win these final 2, we're going to overtime between Virtus Pro and Conquest on map number 2 to find out who will win this thing and go forward and stay upper bracket out of their group.
Yeah, this is looking bad now for Conquest. They did so exceptionally well, but then Virtus Pro got a couple of rounds. They're on a 4-round winning spree at this point. The confidence is back. Conquest is approaching max money, but it might be too late. I mean, we're down to round 29 at this point. A timeout has been called, and this has to be, well, you don't see much conversation going on at all.
Daps talking a little bit there. Taz talking with his team also, trying to figure out what they need to be doing here to gain this back in their favor. And I mean, 1 more round, and they're right there within grasp of forcing an overtime on map number 2 and pulling the clean sweep, the 2-0 victory over Conquest.
This is so critical for both teams, really. Virtus Pro cannot afford to give up a single round going forward. We are on match point. We have been for some time now.
Yeah.
And Conquest, it's like they've completely run out of steam. They did so exceptionally well. Looked like this was absolutely guaranteed to be their map at some point, and then this little losing spree goes underway.
Yeah, this is man. If you're Virtus Pro, you're bringing the plow out right now. You're doing everything you can. You need to keep momentum in your favor. They can tie the game up here or bring it within 1 and then hit the final round of regulation and try and get themselves a tie.
Yeah.
Just to force the issue that much more against Conquest. But still, it's a tough road to climb here, even though Conquest has been struggling a little bit.
Pasha setting up for smokes. Lots of concentration, and there's an opening right there coming from Taz, and Daps is down. Stanislaw is going to be the only person with a real gun for Conquest, and Taz finds Nav right by lane. Rush, Shazam, all dead, and Stanislaw is going to be your only surviving player. He's got an M4 silence. Might as well go ahead and save that. I'm not sure what the economy looks like for Stanislaw right now. Bomb goes down. Must be good. Yeah, 28.50. Either way, he can buy this time, so there's no reason not to go ahead and force the issue. Takes a couple of shots, and he drops Neo so low, but just can't quite close out the kill.
Yeah, so this will be Virtus Pro winning round of 29, making the score 15-14. We will go to the final round of regulation no matter what. We're either going to have a tie out of this or we're going to have a win in favor of Conquest. If we go to the final round of regulation and Virtus Pro wins that one also, guess what, guys? We're going to overtime here at LAN, and look at Pasha. That's his third knife of the game. And that one wasn't even just sneaking up on somebody. Just ran around the corner, knife out, hits the stab.
Yeah. This time around, that knife actually means something serious for Virtus Pro.
That is a lot of money you're earning off that.
Yeah, well, I mean, look what Stanislaw just did.
Yeah.
He popped out and got 2 kills. So he's running around thinking, hey, I've done economic damage. I've done all this sort of stuff. And then Pasha says, yeah, no, you don't.
I just knifed you. I just got myself a grip of money for knifing you, and we're rolling.
Not good. This is it. Match point. Tie or win for Conquest. As Virtus Pro come working into the site, Neil's going to find himself just outside of the smoke. Nice hold so far. We have 1 pick, 1-for-1 trade-off. Daps is going to get killed at first oranges. He's been playing that position constantly. They know he's there, and the rotation's already underway. Look at all this smoke for the Neo spotting people just left of the truck. It's too little too late.
Man, Virtus Pro putting themselves in some good positions here to try and hold this retake. Man, Neo taking a ton of damage, though. Barely survives that. Random spam coming out from Conquest into construction and works out. And it will be a 3-on-3 trying to retake this B-bomb set as we're in the final round of the half. Either Conquest will win this or we're going to an overtime. And we are going to overtime. No map 3 just yet. We got some overtime coming out between Conquest and Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro came back in a huge way, and again, ice cold. Look at these guys, ice in their veins. They're not going nuts yet. They're not getting hyped up yet. They brought it back. They tied the game up, and now we're going to go to overtime.
They're not out of the woods yet. I mean, there's no cause to celebrate. In fact, if I'm Virtus Pro going up against Conquest, I'm so extremely expected to win. I mean, this is your map, and then you're going to come over here, and okay, fine, you pretty much stomp on Train. That's your map, but their T-half wasn't all that hot.
No, it was not.
You know, Train side. It's like VP was severely struggling there before they cracked the code in the second half. This time around, you're 15-15, tied with a team that really, on paper, is several tiers below yours. This should not be happening to Virtus Pro.
No, not at all. I mean, map selection had something to do with it, but Virtus Pro aimed really, really well on map number 1. Map number 2, their aim wasn't there initially. They did more than enough, though, to get themselves back and tied up to force overtime. And, man, you have to be happy for Virtus Pro there. You still have the chance to 2-0 and continue the streak going forward. You still have that chance.
Look at Pasha again, coming up so big. He's plus 13. He's picked up 32
and 19.
kills. Yeah. That really tells a tale right there. Pasha is the one who really turned this thing around for Virtus Pro as well. Not only scoring the frags and making the plays, but also, like you called out, he made 3 knife kills, which is so extremely cheeky throughout the whole game. Yeah, and then the one which was just absolutely nuts, right? Coming to the arch, face first. Like
that was just kind of I'm running with my knife out. The guy happens to pop around the corner, and I'm going to click the button.
There it is. Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
Get it.
Exactly. Yeah. But also some sneaky looking plays over by construction. Like he saw the one. He ends up in these like serendipitous sort of situations, and I don't think it's necessarily serendipity. It's just the way that Pasha plays lends himself to creep up either to the side or behind players. And meanwhile they're thinking, why would you be here? Like,
there's literally no
chance.
reason.
There's no chance for somebody to be here. Oh yeah, it's Pasha. That's why. And the knife. But I mean, we're praising Pasha. Look at Conquest, Rush, and and even Stanislaw.
I mean, Rush went 30 and 18. I mean, he was right in that argument.
Yeah.
Shazam with 23 frags for Stanislaw. I mean, the only player that really struggled was Daps, but I mean, when Daps is leading, that's what you kind of expect. You don't expect the biggest numbers out of your IGL. One of the big stories here, though, is Nafly. Look at that. Only 18 frags. And Nafly...
Such an impact player, and yet there it is.
He comes up huge so many times for his team. and he didn't make it happen today, or at least on that map.
Yeah, not on this map.
Yeah.
So far. I mean,
so far, there's still a chance. We have overtime coming.
Yeah, it's not over yet. I mean, it's 15-15, and we're going to go into overtime. So it's going to be 6 rounds in 2 halves of 3 with money. I mean, every single round's going to be a gun round. And you know, before this began, I would say that this would certainly favor a team like Virtus Pro. That's the fear. You get the Virtus Plow. They're always buying up, and they can do really good things with their guns. Once you keep their economy low and they have to eco or do something like a force buy, that's where they fall apart. That really hasn't been the case in this matchup. Conquest has gone toe-to-toe with Virtus Pro on gun rounds. That's impressive.
And I mean, right now, Virtus Pro going into this overtime, they're carrying the momentum. I mean, they allowed Conquest to get to 15 rounds and then shut it down absolutely after that. The rounds that they won were just dominating rounds. They played so effectively. Virtus Pro going into this overtime, all the momentum's in their favor. The ball's in their court. All they have to do is just jump up and slam it home.
Yeah, just looking back at some of their recent history, and they haven't played Inferno very much. Most recently, they did it in the show match online with Navi, and VP went 16-14, winning against Navi on Inferno.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's absolutely huge. You know, Navi, they're here at the MLG Arena as well. They're your defending number 2 team.
Wow.
From last time around. That bespeaks just how solid Virtus Pro can be, even on Inferno, which is not particularly their map, and they've got fight in them.
Oh, definitely. They're not dropping out of this thing yet, but we're just waiting for all the players to get ready up here so we can start overtime and figure out who's going to win this map. I mean, if Taz and company wins this one, that's it. That's 2-0 in favor of Virtus Pro. But if somehow Conquest can come into this best-of-3 series on map number 2, in overtime on map number 2 nonetheless, and win that thing, that is going to be gigantic.
Absolutely. VP, they're not strangers to upsets on Inferno.
No. Not even the least bit.
They've lost relatively recently in online matches, best of 1 to Titan, 14-16, super close games either way. Looks like we might be going live relatively soon with OT. Just to recap what's going on if you are just joining us. We are in the group stage, day 1 at the MLG Arena here at CEVO LAN. This matchup is Virtus Pro versus Conquest. Map 1 was Train, as chosen by Virtus Pro. Not surprisingly, they took it 16-7, and now we're on Inferno, Conquest's choice, where they have shockingly tied it 15-15, running out of steam, but now stepping into overtime.
Yeah, and this is a situation where it's going to come down to who can pick up 1 round from CT side, because these guys play very, very, very effectively from T side. Both teams are playing absolutely amazing from T side, so if they can keep that momentum going here, Virtus Pro has it in their favor against Conquest here. They get this first round. They're going to put Conquest in a tough spot. They don't have a lot of economy to work with. They're going to have to do some rebuys. And then if they win that one, Conquest will be in shambles, and that should be a 3-0 right off the bat in the first round of overtime number 1 here in your CEVO MLG Season 8 Pro League LAN Finals. Virtus Pro versus Conquest. We're in overtime on map number 2.
Virtus Pro not going to get too violent, too aggressive, going down banana. You see Bialy just very carefully checking the corners, watching for CT aggression, but none is going to come out of Conquest. They're playing back, playing a little bit more passive as VP take Apps control. Notice Conquest double stacking the arch side here. No one in mid, so it might be ineffective as these players work the bomb towards Apps.
Trying to work their way up in that banana. There's going to be 3 players in that direction. They have to pick up a frag here. Pasha's going to be the initial point man. Sees the shoulder, trying to line the shot up. Gets some good damage off. Tries to spam his way through it. Doesn't end up getting it. Going to re-smoke more than likely. Now he's going to drop that Molotov. Is it going to be first oranges or second? Let's see where it ends up landing. That's going to land right there at first oranges. Daps is going to go on fire. He tries to take down Pasha, drops a flashbang, ends up going down himself. Pasha's going to push his way all the way through CT. He's going to get up right in the face of a CT, but Stanislaw too quick, and the terrorists will be rotating up through mid, and frags going in favor of Virtus Pro. That'll make it a 4-on-2. Shazam low on HP, same with Stanislaw. But Shazam down to 3, and there goes Stan. So Shazam, tough spot, will end up having to take the save here.
Conquest played that smart, actually. There was a lot of action going on at B, and it looked like there was going to be a B hit. There was every single indication of that. But they left players back at A. They remained stalwart, Rush holding the angles. But unfortunately, even with the patient positioning, not rotating out of the bomb site, Virtus Pro was still able to go in there. The net result was just giving that many more frags to Virtus Pro, and worse, that's a first round. So Virtus Pro continues their round victory streak, and they get this first, Shazam.
Garbage time frag keeps the op, though.
It does. It does. Not just keeps the op, but, you know, it's going to force Virtus Pro into a rebuy.
Yeah, that's one more that they have to make. They did get a bomb plan out of it. They got the round win out of it.
Neo's money's, I mean, it's low. If Conquest can go ahead and take some rounds at this point, it might just keep the op out of Neo's hands.
It still hurts Conquest more at this point. I mean, it's 10K. You have 3 rounds per side. Oh my goodness, Shazam! The aggressiveness out in middle doesn't hit the shot.
No.
That is heartbreaking if you're Shazam.
Yeah, well, lucky for Shazam, though, he didn't get killed. So, you know, he misses an opportunity, but it's not going to cost his team anything. And it's no surprise that the op's going to be sitting there at middle. That's the standard spot for an op on this map. Look at Stanislaw watching the tight angle, tight corner. Smoke. It's not the one-way smoke, though, but he is going to push through it and find 1 kill, back off, spraying while walking backwards, and he's actually going to do just a little bit of damage to Bialy. Actually, a lot of damage to Bialy, dropping him down to about 48 health. So that's big for Conquest. They got to do this, keep it in a tie situation, and force us somehow into map number 3.
Yeah, they need to win this one. Bialy's going to work his way out. Molotov right there in his face. Takes a ton of damage. Bialy goes down to 11 HP. Snacks makes it all the way in the bomb site. Daps is there defending. Hits 1. Can he make it a second? Not quite able to do that, but Daps, damage done. Gets 2 out of that exchange. Tried to make that a 3K on the round. Doesn't get it. We're going to have a 3-man retake attempt coming out here. I mean, Bialy's low on HP. Neo is very low on HP. Naf flies all the way up at the top of Banana. Trying to find a shot. Neo hits the first one, ends up getting taken out. So now it's all up to Bialy. Can he find these shots? Got to be careful here. Finds the first one. Can he find the second one? He's going to be one-on-one. He's trying to go against Shazam. Shazam will end up hitting the shot.
Nice.
And he has more than enough time with the defuse kit. That'll be Conquest getting 1 round of their own. We're tied up 16 all between Virtus Pro and Conquest.
More importantly, that gives Conquest just a little boost of confidence. They win so many rounds losing time after time to Virtus Pro, being forced into eco after eco, losing gun rounds. You can't do that. Like, the head games are very real. They start thinking, oh, well, you know, they are a world-class team. Maybe we can't quite content with them. No, you absolutely can if you play tactically, communicate, and coordinate as a full-on unit. So you're going to see the team spanning out.
Pasha.
That hurts the ego.
Oh, yeah, that definitely does. And look at that. Taz right in the face of Nafly. Rush able to trade it out, but Pasha works up mid with the op in hand. Gets himself another frag, a free and wide open A bomb site. Virtus Pro looking poised to try to make this a 17th round. And again, everyone watching this, everyone checking this out, magic number here, 19 rounds. That's what you're looking for. If you're able to get 19 out of this thing, that means you win. Anything less than that, you either lost or you tied it up. And man, Snacks getting aggressive in the smoke, puts himself in moto. Great position. Pop flash comes out. Doesn't matter. Snacks will run out with the knife to take down Stan.
That's
so
4.
Virtus Pro.
3
4
for
knives.
Pasha.
Yeah. 3 for Pasha, 1 for Snacks. Virtus Pro gets themselves 2 rounds from T side, but you have to think that
there
one.
You go.
Yeah, there it is. Now the smiles are coming
There's
out.
the smile.
There's the smiles coming out from the Virtus Pro members. But I mean, that 1 round that Conquest was able to get from CT side, that might be the decider right there. Because again, Conquest at this point needs to win all 3 of these. Virtus Pro with 2 in their favor.
That's
they
rough.
need to win 2 from CT side. If they can hold on for that, they win this in overtime. Number 1 on map number 2. They take this clean sweep 2-0 over Team Conquest.
That's extremely rough. Virtus Pro switching over to CT side. This is one of the maps, one of the few maps that is still very blatantly CT sided. This bespeaks every advantage in favor of Virtus Pro at this point. I wonder if now that we go into overtime, whether or not they do something unusual or they just stick with what has actually been working for them the past few rounds. 3 stack B, 2 on A.
And they're going to get aggressive down Banana here. Flashbang's going to come out. A little bit of Molotov work also. That was actually the Molotov coming from Conquest. It's not going to pay any dividends. This nade might do a grip, though. And realistically, it does not. It only hits Stan for about 10 HP. But aggressiveness from Virtus Pro gets them a good read on Banana. They know it's not going in that direction. Conquest trying to work their way back here, and they're slowing things down. They're using a lot of their utility on this round, though, very early into it, and they're not really gaining any traction out of it.
Yeah, they're not playing super patient. I think they got scared that Virtus Pro was going to do some extremely aggressive rush. Instead, you see Virtus Pro backing off. They're very, very spread out and not exerting a lot of pressure at B. Bomb works his way towards Banana at this point. Conquest, meanwhile, they've already rotated 1 player all the way off of A, and on the minimap you see 2. They were thinking about bringing 2, going back into a 3 stack on A site, but instead the number 2 player starts working his way up towards CT and construction. That'll make it a little bit more difficult if Conquest want to work their way up there. You see 1 smoke, it's going to delay the push that much farther. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they're running out of time at this point. I always talk about it when I cast. I'm not a fan of trying to take a bomb site with 20 seconds left. Doesn't give you a lot of time to gunfight. There's still the 3-man stack over there at B. It's going to come up big here for Bialy. Does he hit the first shot? He's going to be looking. His teammate goes down. He's got a lineup frag. He only gets 1 of them, and Conquest is going to be able to get the bomb planted here at the A bomb site. They're all spread out. They need to group up. They need to be able to retake this together, and Pasha got to look down mid. He is going to look down mid. He sees the head there. Does he find the shot? He will hit the shot on depth. It's going to be an even 3-on-3 now, trying to find another one. Will wrap his way into the apartments. 1 player, 1 T will be in pit. The other 2 inside the bomb site. Neo finds 1, trying to spam that shot out. Can they get in there in time? Not able to make that happen. Stanislaw and Shazam will get those frags that they need. It's all up to Snacks. He's over there at Moto. He's actually going to back up towards the arch, and he's just going to hang out and wait, looking to try and get some exit frags. He will survive the round. Same with all of the Conquest members that are alive inside the pit. He's just trying to get some damage out, make them drop the rifles and force a rebuy, but Conquest will tie this thing up here. So if either one of these teams wants to win, they have to win both of these remaining rounds.
They do. They do. Conquest poised to take this thing into map number 3. Keep in mind, this is Conquest. This is the team that stomped Luminosity Gaming 16-8 at Face It on Inferno. Solid map for them. Heavy presence at the A site. Shazam's just going to go ahead and rush through the smoke, looking for something. Feels like an eternity before he can see anything, before he gets pop flashed. So he's still completely blind. Peeks the corner, partially blind. Yep, there's Pasha with the op. And already we have a huge man advantage in favor of Virtus.
Yeah, Pasha looking very good there. Finally, Pasha goes down to Naflight. Naflight will drop. That's going to be bombed down out in mid now. That'll force some rotates from Virtus Pro, and they're mopping this round up. They are trying to clean it up in stunning fashion, and they do. Virtus Pro guarantees themselves overtime number 2 here on map number 2. If they're able to win this one, that means they clean sweep it 2-0. They're going to go forward. Conquest will come away with a loss out of this thing, but Virtus Pro 1 round away from getting that 2-0 and not allowing, at least on day 1 here at CEVO land, there to be a 3rd map played.
This is it. Do or die time for Conquest. Stanislaw at Banana, team completely spread out. You see heavy apartments aggression coming in from Virtus Pro, and I think they're going to poke out.
Oh, man. This could be huge. If they're able to work that 2-player push right there, and Daps doesn't pick one of these guys up, I don't know how much noise they've made. I didn't get to hear it, but man, Pasha gets out of there somehow. They know he's there. Daps will avoid it, but I mean, the damage already done, down to 9 HP. Stanislaw very low also, and Virtus Pro doesn't lose lose a single player yet, but they get a grip of information. They do a lot of damage. And yeah, there it is. Pasha takes down Stan. Dab's very low on HP. This is rough. Conquest has to win this to force it to overtime number 2. Otherwise, we're 2-0 all night tonight.
45 seconds remain. A smoke just popped over here at Banana. Bad news is Conquest really wants to work their way down towards B site. 2 players standing there, and they still have lots of utility on hand. Looks like one more smoke and 1 molly available. The grenades are going to come on for a standard take. Looks like they might have whiffed one possible shot unless they're trying to plant inside of that smoke. For Grill, Shazam comes walking into the site. There's still 2 players left.
Wow.
Rotating through. How is Rush doing this? Takes 1, takes 2, and then Dap's finishing Pasha off.
No, Taz! What? Runs in with the knife out for some reason. Ends up going down. It's all up to Bialy now.
On.
1v3. More than likely, we're going to overtime number 2. I can't believe Taz ran out with his knife, and that is going to do it. We are going into overtime number 2. Conquest versus Virtus Pro. And man, what a close game. That was looking like that should have been shut down by VP right there. They should have had that. They had it in the bag. They got the bomb planted. They couldn't hold for the retake. And just like that, Shazam and company on Conquest are able to keep themselves in this. Force overtime number 2 to keep themselves alive in this match.
This is one heck of a matchup going into it. I mean, this should have been Virtus Pro just hands down stomping away. And we're forcing the second overtime.
Yeah.
Conquest have to be completely proud of themselves.
Definitely.
Now, well, here's actually a really good point. Conquest, I was worried about this team going into it. We know that they didn't get as much time to warm up. Virtually no warm-up time whatsoever for the team, and I thought that this was going to be really, really bad. You're going up against Virtus Pro without DMing, warming up, or doing whatever rituals you like to do on the system to feel comfortable. And look at this. 18-18, forced into second overtime. Conquest, I mean, good night.
Yeah, Conquest stayed alive in this, keep themselves going forward. Let's see if they're able to make this happen one more time. I mean, we're into overtime number 2 here. Virtus Pro and versus Conquest again. Who is ever able to get 4 rounds out of these 2 halves here in overtime will win this thing. Otherwise, we're going to go into another overtime here at CEVO Land. I mean, we haven't had map 3 yet.
Please say it isn't so.
And we're into overtime right now, so we'll see how this pans out between Virtus Pro and Conquest. But VP will be your CT-sided team. Conquest will be your T-sided team. Let's see if we can carry this through.
Well, we'll see. Lots of patient play coming out from Conquest at this point with 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to do some sort of an execute. They just want to draw out whatever utility Virtus Pro has. Lots of shot with a little impatience from Virtus Pro. And look at Shazam. Opens it up. Snacks is dead. B site completely empty. If they go now, and they do, they're going to have B site and the plant. They smoke it off nice and good. Neo can't do anything to stop it.
Going to be Conquest earning their way into this B bomb site, continuing to have that man advantage here. Snacks is down. Conquest doing everything that they can to try and stay into this one, but Virtus Pro battling their way back into it. And look at that, already committed 4-man save coming out here. Conquest will be able to get themselves that 19th round, and the first round of overtime number 2 will go in favor of Conquest. So Virtus Pro desperately needs to get the CT side around, and Pasha catches one out in middle, quickly traded out. Here's Bialy. Can he line up 2? Only gets 1, end up going down. Re-peek out middle, and they're gonna go down. They're not even able to save their rifles. Taz, the only one left alive. And man, Virtus Pro in trouble now, spending a lot of money here in round number 2 of overtime number 2.
Look at this. $50 in Snacks' pocket at this point. Taz at least surviving. He's got enough. So even if they end up losing on this one, he can buy something. But the buy for Virtus Pro, should Conquest take this round, is not going to look good whatsoever. Conquest not dealing with any aggression going down Banana. Virtus Pro just very, very chill on their CT side at B.
Still trying to battle into this. We're going to be waiting for Conquest to try and make their move here. No op will come out from Conquest. Shazam doesn't have it in his hand. And Conquest with that 1 round advantage here. Pasha with the op. We've seen him be golden so far with it in his hands for Virtus Pro. Let's see if it pays off as Conquest slowing things down quite a bit, not getting too super aggressive, just kind of hanging out between mid and all mid, bomb down, neutral location. They're just trying to work off some picks here, trying to get that pick and roll rolling in their favor. And they haven't found anything yet. 3-man stack from Virtus Pro at that A bomb site. Man, one up in Graveyard, it looks like one in the pit, one going to be right at the corner of the site there at the truck. Not really giving away their positions, but fast rotate coming back towards B. They're going to try and watch that Arch side. We might have a one-on-one duel coming up through Arch. Let's see if that ever materializes, and it doesn't look like it will.
No. You see Stanislaw looking over the top of the smoke at B site. Taz is going to have to deal with one, and nice crossfire is going to take out one player for Conquest as the B push comes in underway. When all's said and done, Snacks is going to be taking down all but Shazam. Snacks gets traded out real fast. Shazam picks up the bomb. That smoke's going to wear off real fast. He has to go for the plant, at least get a little bit of extra cash in his pocket, give himself a chance.
Pasha.
Spots Pasha, but there it is.
So we're going to go 1 for 1 now in overtime number 2. Virtus Pro picks up a CT-sided round. Conquest picks up a T-sided round.
This is nuts.
Again, Virtus Pro, if they can grab another CT-sided round, that would be absolutely huge for them because, again, both teams have had a much more effective T-side on Inferno. It realistically comes down to who's just going to do just that one round better on their CT side. Will end up winning this map, and possibly if it's Conquest, we go to map number 3 here, which will be Cobble and a knife for sides to close out the night. But if Virtus Pro can bring it home, they're done. They get that 2-0 clean sweep victory and go forward, even though they had to earn it in overtime. Pasha double scope, trying to take down that player down there in the pit out in mid. Could have been rough for Stan, and it still is rough. Pasha does find him with the op.
The gap.
We're going to have that 5-on-4 advantage instantly. Same with Snacks, 5-on-3 now. Virtus Pro trying to grab 2 from CT.
Look at Naf. Goes up, pushes through smoke at tree, is able to find one kill. Neil standing by, and what is this? Spider-Man drops in from above. And
how does he survive that?
I don't know. That was insanity.
Oh,
look at Pasha, jump shot.
Oh, he's going to push up CZ in his hand. He takes on the player at the first oranges, looking for the final man. That's Nafly. Nafly gets one. He's going to be 1-on-2. He's got to worry about where he's getting pinched from. Pasha's right there. Smoke comes down. Nafly gets blinded. They're both looking in his direction. Bialy will hit the shot, and we are going to be 20-19 in favor of Virtus Pro. Switching to the T side, all they need is 2 more rounds, and they close this thing out in overtime number 2. With that clean sweep we've been talking about, 2-0 victory for Virtus Pro, but they still have to get those 2 T-sided rounds against Conquest, who, I mean, they've been neck and neck. They've been even so far. So
such a solid team, such a back-and-forth game. Conquest, hyper-focused, watching the game. This is a tough group, too. Look at Conquest. They have to face off against Virtus Pro, and then they're going up against Liquid later, as well as potentially Dignitas.
Yeah.
Dignitas, a team that they have not faced yet. They haven't had any experience with these European teams. And then Liquid, who, especially in light of recent performance by Cloud9, just might be the best North American team. Don't count Luminosity out.
No, not at all. I mean, they did great tonight. Look at what they did. They got 2-0. Man, Luminosity was looking on a point tonight when they played their match. But still, we got to focus back in here on Virtus Pro versus Conquest into the 4th round of overtime number 2. We just switched sides. Virtus Pro is going to be your T-sided team now. Conquest is going to be your CT-sided team. Let's see if Virtus Pro can finally close this out, or will Conquest be able to make this a map number 3?
Conquest playing this this thing that Liquid used to do with the double mollies going up banana, so that if anybody in Virtus Pro charge all the way down, they're like guaranteed to die. Doesn't happen. They don't charge up banana, and then banana gets smoked off. Conquest is not going to use that smoke to go ahead and take any kind of aggressive positioning. First shots being fired, though. I guess they do go ahead and take something aggressive, playing the edge of the smoke. And Stanislaw down. That's actually quite big. Stanislaw's been such a high impact carry player for Conquest.
Man, we almost lose Snacks there all the way down to 7 HP. Has to be careful jumping out that window. He will survive. Dab's going to put himself in a position right there around the corner. Let's see if anybody peeks this. They're going to drop the flash down. They're going to run right through. Pasha doesn't check the corner. Pasha just works his way into the side. Dabs is still up. Dabs ends up getting one on Bialy, but Neo ends up trading him out. We're going to be 4 on 3 now. And Virtus Pro, they're getting dangerously close to closing out this game. They need this round and one more. If they can get it here, that would be huge. It's going to be a 3-man retake attempt coming from Shazam, Rush, and Nafly. All players working their way up through CT right now. Nice. One goes down. Shazam's out of the way. Rush and Nafly try and step up to trade out the frags. They can't quite do it. And Taz will close this out. Gets himself 2. Same with Neo grabbing 2. And Virtus Pro only 1 round away from closing out this series in a 2-0 fashion over Conquest.
Yeah, Conquest. They're able to go toe-to-toe, trading rounds with Virtus Pro. They can take a little bit of a victory streak, but
yeah,
once they start losing, they spin just a little bit, and they can't give up this round. Absolutely can't. Virtus Pro,
I mean,
this
that's
round,
it if they drop
it's
it.
over.
But Nafly, look at that flashbang though. Neo's able to let him 2. Can he get the 3rd? Can't quite get it. But Taz is right there. We're 3 on 2 now. Bomb down Banana. 2-man rotate coming out from Shazam and Rush, trying to make their way back to this B bomb site. They got to deal with Taz though. Taz is right there outside of construction. He gets lined up. We're 2 on 2. Smoke will go down. Rush has to worry about it, but the bomb will get planted. This could be it here. Conquest has to win this one to go in to the final round. But look at Pasha. Look at the poise.
He's gonna knife it. He's
gonna get a knife. He's gonna get his 4th knife of the night.
No.
Ends up getting the shot off. Now they're 1-on-1 though. Shazam gets the flashbang out. We're gonna be 1-on-1 here. Pasha, flashbang. Let's see if Shazam can get out into this. Molotov goes down. Pasha doesn't know where it's planned. He gets the shot anyways.
So
and
close.
That will be Virtus Pro winning in overtime number 2. They get the 2 over Conquest. The 2-0 over Conquest, excuse me. And
wow.
Man, that was a lot closer than what Virtus Pro wanted. Look at that. That was an extremely wearing match on those guys.
That was nuts.
That was a very trying match that Virtus Pro barely came out on top of. I mean, they got the 2-0, but man, going into overtime, you know these guys are tired right now. That was a long match between them, and they are tired after that thing. That was a series that came out, and Conquest, man, those guys cannot hang their heads at all. They have to be happy with how well they performed going against Virtus Pro. I mean, Virtus Pro was a huge favorite, and Conquest steps into this a relatively new roster compared to what we've seen and the rest of the teams that are here. Yeah. And they played amazing. They put them into overtime.
It was such a phenomenal series for Conquest, and I mean, I hate to see them feeling so bad, so down right there. Yeah. You're playing Virtus Pro. I mean, best in the world. Arguably the best team here, the one that is favored to go ahead and go all the way and win it.
They're reigning champions.
Yeah, exactly. This is very much a given. Where Conquest was supposed to lose this, but what a way to go out in your first game. I mean, they're not quite out of it yet. There's still plenty more fight in Conquest.
They still got tomorrow to continue to fight through this thing. They're not out of this by any way, shape, or form to try and make this happen here. They're going to do all that they can to keep themselves alive in it. But, I mean, what a great showing to step up. First match, go against Virtus Pro. Do everything that you can.
I'd be a little concerned if I'm Virtus Pro at this point. I know this is Inferno. It's not your map, but you can go ahead and control this stuff to some extent with your maps and your vetoes and all that sort of stuff. They have such a deep map pool, and yet you are losing so many rounds and going into a double overtime to a team that you really should not be struggling against at all. And this comes on the heels of the major where they were taken out by none other than G2. Okay, G2's been hot recently, but I don't think they're like Virtus Pro hot.
No, not even the least bit. I mean, as we take a peek back here at the box score for map number 2, Inferno, that 19-22 scoreline comes out.
48?
Big step-ups coming here on both sides of the map. I mean, both sides of the team play here. Rush with 37. Take a peek at Pasha. Up in hand. 48 frags in his
plus
favor.
Minus.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah.
23. He shot out his mind. ADR 109.1. Man, the first kills 15. Yeah, he played lights out. He had 14 2K rounds.
So
14 2K rounds. Like, that's, yeah.
14 2K rounds.
And
that's
the clutches.
nuts.
He got 3 clutches, 1 VX clutches. Snacks got 4. Those
don't
are
forget
huge
the knife.
numbers. Yeah,
don't
and
forget
the
knives.
Yeah, that.
For style. Pasha. Wow. Last season when Pasha was up here, he wasn't at the height of his game. You know, the question was, what role is he going to play? Is he going to continue up? Is he going to be a rifler? Is he even relevant? Is it going to be, you know, minus Pasha plus somebody else? And, I mean, how the tables have turned. He's just clearly so valuable to the Golden Five right here. Such a solid player. I mean, the Pasha bicep is absolutely real. Believe the hype. I can't wait to see what Virtus Pro has to offer going forward. Will they get out of the groups? I mean, of course, that's a given.
And I mean, the plow was in slight effect on map number 2. It wasn't going full steam, was the issue, but it did just enough, and it moved just enough earth to get them the win that they needed. Virtus Pro, congrats. They did that, and man, they looked good. They ended up looking good there at the end on Inferno, which was a map that when we looked at it, we were like, oh, okay. Conquest is forcing this to map number 3. It's happening right now. It didn't go that way. The big step up came from Virtus Pro, ended up bringing that home in the overtime. They looked on point. They looked really good towards the end of that series. They did what they needed to get the win, get the 2-0.
Exactly.
So far, day 1 CEVO, we haven't seen a map number 3.
No, we haven't.
We haven't even seen it yet. So between all the matches
we've
had,
seen close
we
gameplay.
got extremely close.
Yeah.
Right there, that was very, very close, but it didn't work that way.
That was tight, you know. Not to be a homer, but I was really hoping something special would happen with Conquest. I love upsets. I absolutely love upsets. Well, this is just day 1. We've got plenty more action coming up. Tomorrow we'll be on much earlier. Saturday at 9:45 a.m. is officially when we're going to be doing the pregame show. And then 10 a.m. we've got Na'Vi facing Titan, along with Team Liquid versus Conquest. That might shape up to be a pretty darn good game.
Both of those matchups should be absolutely amazing, and that is going to be your Bravo schedule this stream right here. Those are your matches coming up.